Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I'm Don. This is Rockin' the Country, where I do non-pop country music reactions, and Glen Campbell is no exception to that. Glen is absolutely spot on. A phenomenal performer. Got a lot of people in the country with the movies and all this stuff, but this one was a gift request from Kyle Perkins. So Kyle, thank you for this gift, my friend, and the request. And Kyle has been pondering these lyrics for years, maybe decades, he said, and he's curious to know my take on "Where's the Playground, Susie?" I assume there's a comma in there. I'll look that up before I post it to see if there should be a comma after playground, because normally there would be, but not necessarily in songs. So let's find out what Glen has for us in "Where's the Playground, Susie?" And this is a reaction. I don't know the song at all, as far as I know. Country bass line.
The end has come and found us here, with our toys scattered all around us here. The puzzle that we never found an answer for still ask us, darling, just what all the games were for. And here we stand in a box of sand. Where's the playground, Susie? You're the one who's supposed to know her way around. Where's the playground, Susie? If I don't stay around, if I don't stay around.
All right, I'm going to start by saying what I've got so far out of it is, you know that bumper sticker that says, "He who died, the one who dies with the most toys wins"? I think that this is saying that that's not true. We in this relationship played games, the puzzles. People do play games. Games people play. I forget who sang that back in the 70s, but it's a great song. And we do. Do we play games, or are we just unsure? It may seem like we're playing games, but we just are not confident, or what have you. And in this one, it seems, I don't know if it's the end of the relationship or the end of their life. It's an ending of some sort, but we don't know what. And now all we're left with is sand, which is we're left with nothing. We've been playing all these games, and now we just have a sandbox. But what I also get from this that might play into the song, Kyle, is everybody's got a kindergarten heart in them. It never leaves us. And, personalities form early. I mean, I argue in my book, in fact, that we come out of the womb with a personality that stays with us our entire life. That's why I call the book Through Lines. And I just wonder if this isn't an allusion to that we're still kids, but we haven't figured out why we play these games. Where do we go from here?
The carousel has stopped us here. It twirled a time or two and then it dropped us here. And still you're not content with something about me. But what merry-go-round can you ride without me to take your hand? How would you stand? Where's the playground, Susie? If I decide to let you go and play around, where's the playground, Susie? If I don't stay around, if I don't stay around.
Nice rhyme scheme.
Where's the play
This is a song that I could see having originally been written for a woman to sing to a guy, because in this song he knows his worth to her. He knows what he's bringing to the table to her. And it seems she's dissatisfied with the relationship or making overtures that she might want to leave the relationship. But he's saying, like, how are you going to stand? Because sometimes you can see your worth. Billy Joel has a great line in the song Vienna that says, you can see when you're wrong, though you know you can't always see when you're right. And that seems to be what's going on here, where he knows what he's bringing to the table. He knows his strengths in the relationship. But if to continue the metaphor of playground and puzzles and carousels and those kinds of fun things that you want to have in a relationship, he says, what if you go and play around? And where are you going to play? What are you going to do? Kind of thing. And he's like, you won't be able to stand without me. I don't think he's saying that in a haughty way at all or an egotistical way. I think he's saying it in a factual, truthful way. I understand this mindset right here, where sometimes in life you can see in particular areas that you're right about something, or that you have a given thing figured out, and that a different path in life is going to end very poorly for someone else. It's not only true when you're watching your children make their mistakes, or friends, or whomever, but even in a relationship where you're like, good Lord, we're human. We all have our weaknesses, frailties, moments where we do things and say things we wish we wouldn't do or say. But in this case, where are we going to go? Where are you going to go? And he's like, the carousel stopped. He didn't want it to stop. I don't even think he necessarily believed it stopped. I think it's simply because she's talking about leaving the relationship, and or taking a break from it, or something in that regard. But the childlike affectations of the games that people play and puzzles and all this stuff where we grow, have fun, and we want to have fun as adults. I mean, that's what people want to have money to retire with for. They want to be able to travel, see things, and have some fun. That doesn't stop, stays with us our whole life. So that's what I've got, Kyle. Beautifully sung, as Glen can sing. He's got a very distinctive voice, and there's a masculinity to his voice, but there's a super sensitivity in it too. He doesn't come at you like Chris Stapleton. Well, nobody does, but he doesn't have that deep Merle type depth to his voice, but the orchestral sounds in his songs are just beautiful. It's magisterial. So, all right, I'm going to rate this song, and I'm going to rate my experience with this entire song, and it's a 9.0. And it's in particular what resonates deeply with me is the fact that I think he knew his worth to her. She just didn't see it yet. And that's also why I think it was written for a woman to begin with, because typically a woman sees that before a guy does. Our wavelengths are different, but it's not always the case. Some guys do see it, or the longer you're in a relationship, if you're paying attention and not just a jackass, you can see what you bring to the table. And that is not egotistical. That's not braggadocious. There's a false humility. There's a proper humility when you're not, it's not a strength of yours in a given area. Then you should be humble. Listen to someone else who's better at something than you and just keep your mouth shut and learn. In this case, though, there's a false humility when you are good at something and you downplay it to such an extent that you might not even put it out there for other people. Other people need you to be strong in areas. Other people need me to be strong in whatever I am. When you need your tooth fixed, you don't want a dentist to be so shy he doesn't let you know, or she doesn't let you know that they can fix your tooth. You want to know they can fix your tooth, or a car mechanic, or whatever your issues are. And similarly here, he knows his worth in this relationship. So All right, Kyle. I hope I I hope I did it justice for you. Maybe you were thinking the same thing along life's path too. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. Have a great day. I'll see you on another video and keep rocking the country and acknowledge your strengths if you've got them.